Hello, and thank you for joining me on 8 I Am Maggie. So, what are we doing on this lovely channel? We are doing a slow crawl through Excuses Be Gone with Dr. Wayne Dyer. Now, why are we doing this? We are doing it because it's how to change lifelong self-defeating thinking habits. And if you even pick up one tool from this book, it could change your life or the people around you. And since you know we are game changers, we will overcome whatever. And we will pick up the tools we need and we will lay down the tools we don't need, and we will help ourselves and we will help others. So we're going to get back to chapter 15. The fourth question: what would my life look like if I couldn't use these excuses? Okay, so we are heading off at 4. I don't have the energy to, I'm too busy. Blah. Again, remember to play with your imagination. This is the Josiah Brian Scott, Neville Goddard, Oscar Wilde, Stuart Wilde, yes. Your imagination that your brain is constructed in such ways that there is no excuse-making apparatus. You're imagining that your brain is constructed in such a way that there's no excuse-making apparatus. So the moment you contemplate pursuing something you've always wanted to accomplish, your thoughts center around the idea that you possess boundless energy to do anything you put your mind to, and that you have plenty of time to pursue these activities. That sentence was not read right. Let's try it again. So the moment you contemplate pursuing something you've always wanted to accomplish, your thought center around the idea that you possess boundless energy to do anything you put your mind to, and that you have plenty of time to pursue those activities. So positive thoughts, send out positive thinking, send out positive signals, brings back positive energy. Without these excuses, what would life look like? Life would have high energy appearance, and you'd enjoy thinking about accomplishing the things you dreamed about. You might tell yourself, I'm a vigorous person, and I possess all the vitality and liveliness to accomplish anything I set my mind to. And with only this type of sentiment available, that's precisely the kind of action you'd take. Such an attitude would spur you on, giving you unlimited vim and vigor. You'd find joy in doing the kinds of things you always wanted to do, but couldn't when you used to claim that you didn't have energy and you were too busy. Without these two lame excuses, your life would shift from unmotivated to engaged in the daily activities that bring you a sense of well-being. Although you'd be busier than you've ever been before, you wouldn't be thinking about busyness and crammed schedules as excuses for not living life totally on your own terms. Today, sorry, my spirit wants to say today, now. You'd revel in the knowing that your activity served you in the best way because you're aligned with your highest aspirations for yourself, which is God. So without these excuses, how would you feel? Amazing. You'd feel fully alive, joyful, blissful, and other similar happiness descriptors. But more than this, you'd notice a significant decline in the bodily sensations of fatigue, headaches, cramp, blood pressure, coughing, congestion, fever, being overweight and out of breath, and other symptoms. Doesn't that sound like a great world to live in? That's because when you engage in activities that make you feel good, your body reacts with sensations of well-being. Bada bing, bada boom, I feel good. And since you can't use an excuse to escape or explain away your desire to live your life on purpose, you enjoy optimal health. This is the equivalent of feeling on purpose. This is the equivalent of feeling the presence of your source energy. Your presence of your source energy, which knows exactly why you're here and cooperates as soon as you become aligned with the energy that intended you here in the first place. Without these excuses, what alternative thoughts would you have? Imagine not being able to come up with ideas that make up the foundation for these excuses. What would this leave as an alternative? You'd think, I have all the juice and vitality I need for fulfilling my own dharma. I am highly energized. I trust in the wisdom of the source in which I originated to provide me with all I need to match the grand design I have for my life. The fact that I possess the passion for what I wish to accomplish means that I have the necessary high energy that's required. So as you know, your actions flow directly from your thoughts. So if you couldn't come up with excuses to explain a lack of energy or overly busy life, your thoughts would focus on what's possible rather than what's not. Yes, everything's possible. And you would muse about whatever brought you joy and kept you in harmony with your highest vision for yourself. So you be musing joy, you be musing love, you be musing compassion, you be musing joy, feeling good like I should, right? You love having a full life, yet you'd happily eliminate activities that came under the heading of busy work. You wouldn't fill your days with drudgery or meaningless activities. And this is the way you think when you're unable to conjure up excuses. And on that note about the busy work, even if we are having to do things, because sometimes life, the rubber meets the road, and you got to do things, clean your house, take out the trash, pay bills, you would still do it without an excuse, and you would feel joy, and you would feel bliss, and you would feel the Creator rolling through your veins, rolling thunder of love through your veins, not destruction, love, peace, and joy. So, Victor Hugo once made an observation that succinctly and empathetically sums up the message that I've attempted to convey in this fourth question of the excuses begone paradigm. One can resist the invasion of armies. One cannot resist the invasion of ideas. To that end, treat this exercise on imagination as a welcome arrival of a new idea. I found it to be so powerful that in just a few applications, I've been able to permanently banish excuses I once relied on. Are you hearing this? We can permanently banish excuses and move in the direction of our life, giving our purpose, our life service to all of humanity. We can be living our most abundant life, our healthy life, our most joyful life, our most connected, loving life. Okay, so if you're about to blame someone else for the why your life isn't unfolding the way you prefer, I encourage you to think about how your world would change if you didn't have that excuse to blame. Ask yourself the question brought up in this chapter. What would my life look like? How would I feel? What alternative thinking would I engage in? Or people, what other groups would you engage in? Since my brain couldn't process any kind of excuse making, which lays the blame of anyone other than myself. So yes, that's it. You immediately turned yourself. You wouldn't solve your problems. You'd simply outgrow it. That's the purpose of this paradigm. That's right, because once you're vibrating at a certain energy, the crap can't hold on to you. It just has to fall off. Like if you are exercising, eating right, and the weight would just fall off. If you are positive, you're doing your positive affirmation, you're doing your meditation, you're doing your prayer, you're spending your time in the Bible, you're spending your time in the Emerald Tablets, you're spending your time and you're treating the earth good and you're treating your fellow man good, that is eventually going to raise you to a level that crap can't stick to you. So that's the purpose of this paradigm, this chapter, and this entire book. Grow up and live an excuses begone life. And when you integrate this concept you welcome these ideas into your life. Now, we just did it again. We finished chapter 15. Okay, so I'm going to give you, here we go. Yay! Okay, wait. Yay! Okay, I wanted to just add this one thing at the end. The quantum physics, when you study, not study or not study, things manifest when we focus. So when the observer looks at the molecule, it affects what the molecule does and where it goes. So I want to encourage you that in business and in health and in anything that you're trying to achieve higher order values, they will always tell you, if you want to know where you're going, or you want to know what your life's going to look like, look at the 5 closest people to you. So I want to encourage you that if you are around 5 people or 5 vices, maybe, like let's say you're just eating junk, not exercising, listening to bad music, and not, reading high order value things, that's going to literally just collapse your potential. But let's say you're eating healthy, you're exercising, you're around positive-minded people, you're taking in the nutrition of the spirit, and you are you've set your mind, like Reverend Ike says, right here and right now, I'm going to have the best life ever. Right here and right now, money flows to me. Right here and right now, large sums of money, I'm so happy and grateful. Large sums of money flow to me. Like, whatever it is, I want to just encourage you if you need to reset your environment and the people you're around, because if you study like Bruce Lipton and Dr. Joe Dispenza, when they talk about the epigenetics, it's the environment that turns on the genes that turn on the disease. So disease turns into disease. And I'm wanting to encourage you that if you are noticing, as you're working through your excuses be gone paradigm, that you are not connected to the right people, the right places, the right environments, the right foods, the right crystals, the right readings, and I'm not saying like right or better, but you know what I'm saying. This is a common sense show too. And we ultimately know to do no harm to one another. We ultimately know we shouldn't be trashing the earth. We ultimately know we shouldn't be murdering people in life or in our hearts, in our minds. We know we shouldn't be stealing from one another. We know what we should be doing. So if you are realizing that you're not in an environment that's going to grow you up and encourage you in this excuses be gone so that you can step in to the best life you've ever imagined. Imagine wisely. Then please take a step tonight or this morning or this evening. Take a deep breath and make the changes that you need. Because I'm telling you, if you're here listening to me now, or you're listening to any of the people I'm pushing you forward to, you are here for a time such as this on purpose, with a purpose. And you are needed and you matter, each and every one of you. And you know who you are. So if there's things that you need to clear from your life so that you can do and have it all and give your service, I encourage you to make that change tonight. Because you can do it, and you're important, and you're necessary, and we need you, and we love you. So, on that note, hope you're all having a wonderful day, evening, lunchtime, middle of the day, whenever you're listening to this, and know that you are loved beyond measure. All right, so you know what's next. Hit subscribe and like and leave your positive comments because I'm very grateful for you and your support. All right, good night. Peace in, peace